Hey, what is up everybody? Blades for here and time for another video of BlackCloverMobile. And inside this video, guys, we're going to be going over exactly pretty much what you guys have been longing for, which is the defender and support side of things of how to build your characters for PvE. Now, this is a PvE guide, but these actual gear sets actually get applied for PvP as well. So you can use these vocally for both type sets. So right before we get into it, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be doing this content all the time, daily when I can, same as live streams, such like that. You guys already know. And of course, you haven't joined the Discord, be sure to do that as well. We do have the link in the description and we're going to have a lot more stuff for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, as usual, we're going to be taking a look at a few characters here. And the first character that we're actually going to be looking at ourselves is our boy Mars here. Now, Mars, of course, is a absolute crazy defender, absolutely lovely to use here. And he's pretty much a staple in most teams here. So I decided to go ahead and just start it off with him. So going with this character here, we're going to be looking at his stats. I already have them pulled up. This man has some decent stats here with some exceptional HP, some really good defense and stuff like that here. And seeing he is a defender, you would definitely like to build him as such in order to get the most out of him. So at the top right of the screen here, you should be able to see the guy that should pop up right there, in which you will have this man on a two-piece defense set gold border, two-piece HP set gold border, and a two-piece speed set for gold border. Now, for the people who probably have not seen my prior videos here, or at least seen or know what the gear sets do pretty much, I'm going to actually explain that as well for you guys to at least make this a little bit easier. When it comes down to the speed set here, two-piece speed set will end up giving yourself at least at the start of the round, you'll have at least 5% of increased speed for the rear. Now, this goes for 2 rounds only, but 2 rounds is pretty much all you need with this two-piece set. Alongside this, you get yourself a 7% increase in HP, which is absolutely amazing, while also having the defense set giving yourself a 30% increase in defense. Now, as you can tell by those pieces, you want those exact pieces on because for Mars, you want to load him up with a ton of defense here while also making him a little bit offensive, which is at the point of having these type of things. So the main stats, what you want to have on this is pretty much those 3 up top, top right and in the middle. Well, all the way down the middle. You want those main stats to be defense no matter what, with some substats that have either attack percent, dodge, crit resistance, and defense. Absolutely amazing to have that. As for the things on the left hand side, this is to at least make sure he can do a little bit more damage as well, while also helping out his kit as a whole, which is going to be some attacks. Now, you want those all to be attack percentage main stats here, with the same substats as well here. This character can be ran with at least the SSR card that he has himself, or he can also be ran with the SR card, which is Soul's card here, which actually is absolutely amazing. Now, for those who do not know these type of cards here as well, I think the Soul one is one I kind of was new with, but I recently started just testing with different characters. This one has a chance to apply 5 through 15% attack reduction to the enemy, while also for 1 turn upon taking damage, which is pretty decent here. While his actual card gives you access to something else here. It applies 4 through 8% fortified to yourself upon taking damage, and this could of course stack up to 4 times, making this man pretty much a just tank galore. Now, this of course happens every turn. It will reset, but it keeps him alive for a lot, so why not of course get some of that HP as well when it does come down to his set. Oh, whoops, ended up clicking the wrong thing here. But that is for Mars as well for himself here. Now we're going to go into the main man, which is everyone's character that they've been looking for, waiting on here. And that would be the guy named Rades. Now, Rades is such a fun character, to say the least here. I've been having an absolute blast using him. Let me find him here. Been having an absolute blast using this character for himself. And I gotta say, he is definitely a crazy character. I know one of our people in the Discord has him at 60k CC right now, and the way you want to go ahead and build this man here is pretty much the same way as usual, and this is going to be with this outlook here. Now, as you can tell, some of the at least equipments are a little bit different, and that is because instead of going full out defense on this character, you actually want to run him with magic attack for his main stats. Now, of course, the gear option is still the same here. You can't do 4 sets, 2 sets like that, but I would definitely advise the 2-2-2 set, being able to exploit the most from each set. Now you get the 7% defense here, the 30%, 7% HP increase, 30% defense as well as the speed as well with this. And but the thing that's going to be a little bit different with him is you want to try and get magic attack substats. Along with the at least attack pieces, as you can see, all the rectangular ones, you want to make sure they are all magic attack. Those pieces specifically are able to be attack or magic attack pieces. So you want to make sure that it's only magic attack because it helps out his shield. The 2-piece HP helps out with having, if you do have his card, at least fortifying that at least shield that he gets every turn. And this is only provided for himself with that card. So it does help out in that aspect as well. The ones on the left, you want to make sure those have magic attack only. No physical attack for this man whatsoever. Just beef him up as much as possible and you will have smooth sailing. Now, going away from this man is at least himself. I did show his things here, so this is another reason why you want to build magic attack, because it is pretty dang high. But going away from our man Rades here, we're actually going to be going into the supporter side of things, in which is Sally and William. William's going to be our first one that we're going to be looking at. This man is an absolute freaking menace. I swear, every time it makes me sad that I still don't have this character. But this character alone is absolutely crazy. So looking at William's set here, this man is also running the same set as usual. They're all going to be defense pieces on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side, you can either do attack or magic attack. Both, of course, are still balanced when it comes down to it. If you guys don't know what that means, I pretty much am talking about these skills here. As you can tell, they're still 65, 65, 55, 55. So it does not matter what you run this man on. You can actually run him with a balanced build. So either put magic attack on him or attack percentage on him. For me personally, seeing I have so many attack percentage, have so many attack percentage type of things, the substats that I say that you would like to go for is for magic attack, dodge, defense, and crit resistance. For his left side, you can either do magic attack or regular attack. It's all up to you. So like that magic attack and the substats could very well be attack percentage. You use what you want when it comes down to this. This blue supporter is an absolute powerhouse. Absolutely amazing when it comes to this. He can even give off fortify and counter attacks here. So being able to have him live very, very long while also supporting your units is absolutely amazing. Now, of course, you have his skill pages here. Now, his skill pages do a little bit something different, or at least help out a little bit when it comes to his actual kit, which the first one, which is his actual card here, upon using skill 2, he will grant the ally with the lowest HP recovery equal to 6 through 10% of their maximum HP. You end up getting yourself health recovery, which is absolutely amazing with that. Being able to do not only just a regular old buff, but also being able to get some HP recovery off of it as well, which is kind of nice. It also ends up giving at least a debuff immunity here when you do have this on. So that's actually kind of clutch as well. Or at least I think this is after you upgrade it a little bit. Absolutely amazing once you have this kit, at least for his kit. So you really want to get that as well. If you don't have that available, don't worry. We do have another one that is actually available, which is actually the Man Funerals. This one's Excited Nature, in which it has a 25 through 50% chance of applying 10% increased stamina to yourself after you use your skill 2. So every time you use his little buff, you're able to at least get a chance of getting 10% increased stamina, which is pretty dang nice to have, letting pretty much William jump back up to the plate and be more annoying than he possibly could be any other time. Once again, when it comes to the substats, you guys could run magic or attack percentage. It's honestly up to you. Just make sure that it just goes pretty dang well and you try to keep at least those 4 in the middle and right hand side defense for the most part to make sure he lives. Now, all right, going away from this here, we're actually going to be going ahead and taking a look at Sally. Now, Sally is one of these characters that I do have a lot of dupes for, but I have no more Clovers to really get her to UR and LR here, which is unfortunate, but we do have her card and everything like that, and this character is an absolute treat to use. Now, she is crazy good. I actually am kind of sad I don't have enough Clovers to get her up, and her kit's pretty interesting as well. So let's go ahead and look at her stats here, and at least show you guys what you want to be building her with. Now we're looking at Sally over here. who is also a red supporter, or at least a red supporter. She is going to be running, of course, speed, HP, and defense with the substats of magical attack, what's called magical attack, defense. Magical attack, defense, dodge, and crit res. And which, of course, as I said, with same thing with William, right? You can use attack on her. As you can tell, her attack and magic attack is evened out, so you can of course use magic attack or just regular attack on her. Won't hurt anything either way that you go. I just put magic attack there because, hey, I use magic attack a lot and I have a lot of magic attack LR pieces. So when you go ahead and build her, you want to of course have the 4 defense slots right there on the right hand side. With on the left hand side, go ahead and do attack or magical attack for the equipment, and that will be absolutely amazing with her. Now this character helps out when it comes to not only just her own HP recovery, but also the buff she gives out. As you can tell, she increases all attack on one of her skills as well as crit damage, and she will do like a lot of other things. So her combination attack gives you at least some magical attack here. When it comes down to this, her first skill, she has life steal. Her second skill gives you magic attack, crit rate, and it the buff duration increase. So actually kind of crazy when it comes down to this character, in which we're going to end up looking at her cards next here. Now her cards, which is insatiable quest here, gives you, upon using skill 2, applies 10% of increased all attack to an ally with the highest attack for 2 turns. So if you have like Red Yami and he's your highest attack, expect this man to hit so hard once actually Sally is right next to him getting up that increased stats. It's going to make him hit so much harder. So this will be a great card if you have it. And if you don't have it and you just need an SR option, well, we got that too. The SR option is actually going to be from Bados here, which is called Cultist Retribution, in which this one applies 5 through 20% if maxed, increased stamina to yourself upon using a special skill. So this is only when you use a special skill that you'll be able to do this here, in which this increases your stamina, which is the whole like kind of speed type of ordeal or jumping back up type of ordeal, where you can actually get back up to the plate and be more of a threat to your opponent. Now, with this in mind, of course, as I did say, you can run attack or magic on her, so it does not matter what you try to do, it will be successful. But, you know, some people don't listen to that side of things here. But that is pretty much all we're going to be doing here. Now, expect the series to completely keep going on. There's some changes that I might end up doing to some characters, of course, in the future, but that won't be a video. But our next few videos will end up being on the SRs. So surely do look forward to seeing that here, in which we're going to be going over, most likely, I would like to say, attack and defenders first. And then we'll probably do debuffers and healers. And then we'll just have supporters in their own role. Supporters might actually be first, because I know a lot of people wanted to find out if defender was good. So we'll probably do supporters, then attack and defenders. Then we'll do debuffers and healers. But till next time, everybody, I hope you guys found this video absolutely amazing. And if you did, be sure to smack that like button and consider subscribing if you are new. I do daily Black Clover videos. So till next time, peace.